Tip number 1. They may seem rude. An honest person may occasionally come across as being mean. This is because when you ask an honest person, they normally tell the raw facts. Many truth tellers don't try to sugarcoat the facts to save your feelings. They are usually more straightforward, which can sometimes come across as rude. Often at times, the real truth is something that we need to hear, especially when it's someone we trust in life. The truth may in the long term help us to progress and move forward. If you ask an honest person a question, get ready for what might be a hard truth. It might hurt, and also they might appear like one of the rudest individuals ever, but it will usually at least be sincere. Tip number 2. Trustworthy people are reliable. If you're dealing with someone who is constantly late, missing meetings, or just not delivering on simple promises, then this person could be dishonest. To an honest person, a yes means a yes, and a promise is set in stone. People who lie will often play fast and lose with their promises. Often, they will overpromise and underdeliver. If someone is on time, goes above and beyond what they promised, or delivers on the promise early, it's a great sign they are an honest person. Tip number 3. Their skin is thick. If an individual is honest, they will usually have a thick skin. Not literally, of course. Yet they do usually have to develop the ability to take some criticism. Why? It's because individuals who tell the truth are sometimes disliked for doing so. If you're going to be a truly sincere individual, you will need to grow this thick skin gradually. This may not come naturally to you, and you may get your feelings hurt when telling the hard truth to someone. Tip number 4. They don't care about being popular. Honest people usually are not concerned with trying to win a popularity contest. They are not concerned with being seen as one of the most attractive, most loved, or being known as one of the coolest individuals around. If they do something, they do it for themselves or to help others. While others seek popularity, a straightforward individual is always attempting to better themselves. They generally have remarkable self-regard, as well as they recognize exactly who they are as individuals. Tip number 5. They speak calmly and consistently. If someone is speaking louder than they normally would, it's one of the clearest indicators that they could be lying. People who raise their voice defensively usually are trying to gain control of the conversation, and it could be an indicator you've caught them lying. Most people who are telling the truth don't feel the need to raise their voice when they are being asked questions, even if they are being accused of something. An honest person will speak calmly and consistently as they know they are telling the truth with nothing to hide and no story to fabricate. Tip number 6. They don't overuse bad language. You may have heard that the use of profanity means that a person is honest when they express their thoughts and opinions. Researchers have conducted a study to find out if this premise is true, and they have found the opposite. Indeed, people who are sincere tend to avoid the use of profanity more. Honest people don't feel the need to pepper the conversation with swear words to convince you their story is true. Tip number 7. They avoid using common honest phrases. Liars often use phrases like, "I'm being honest here," and "let me be perfectly honest," to convince their listener of the sincerity of their statements. These phrases might seem like a shortcut to appearing honest, but they can sound contrived to the other person and potentially reveal a person isn't being entirely honest. Tip number 8. They don't overuse gestures when speaking. Everyone makes gestures when they're talking, and it is reasonable to gesticulate during a conversation. But when someone gestures at the wrong time, it can be a sign of deception. Dishonest people tend to gesticulate more when speaking, whether they are talking about themselves, their family members, or their friends. When honest people gesture, it tends to be natural at the perfect moment during the sentence to accentuate their point. People who are lying tend to use it as a more of a stalling tactic while they figure out the answer they are trying to fabricate. Tip number 9. They are at ease with themselves. Take a gauge of somebody's physical presence when they are around you, and also remember how you feel when you are around them. If someone frequently has negative nervous energy around you, it could be a sign of a dishonest person. If both people have the ability to be in a relaxed state around each other, then it's usually the case that there's a good level of trust in the relationship. Before you blame the other person, you do need to double check and make sure it's not just you who's feeling uneasy. How do other people feel around this person? If other people also feel uncomfortable too, it increases the likelihood that you could be dealing with a dishonest person. Tip number 10. They can keep a secret. This means they won't feel the need to share your secrets to gain popularity from others. Attention seekers normally like the drama and also the need for validation with every little thing they do. Honest individuals will certainly not compromise your trust for momentary gain. They will value your relationship enough to stay loyal and protect your integrity. Try testing someone with a small secret to see if they can be trusted before sharing anything that could be too damaging if it was leaked. Tip number 11. They don't bear grudges. They're not envious people who project their insecurities onto others. They don't make your achievements or happiness about them and their own insecurity. For example, if you get a new job or a new love interest, they are happy for you. They enjoy your victories. When someone bears a grudge, it's easy for the relationship to be damaged, and you may even make the mistake of blaming yourself for their actions. Tip number 12. They're happy to ask for forgiveness. Most of us will occasionally mess up in life and do things that could potentially hurt someone else's feelings. But an honest person will come forward without hesitation and confess the true details of their indiscretion. If someone is quick to confess and be transparent when they made a mistake, it is usually a great sign that they are an honest person. A dishonest person will usually do whatever it takes to cover up any indiscretions, no matter how small. Tip number 13. They don't plot and scheme. If someone confides in you that they have a master plan to secretly get one over on someone they don't like, it could be a sign of someone who is dishonest. Most honest people are straightforward and don't have time to get involved in the dark arts of plotting and scheming. If they are straight with people they don't like, the chances are they are truly an honest person. Tip number 14. They have strong values. If a person gravitates towards other people who are trustworthy and true to who they are, it's usually a good sign they're also an honest person. Someone who values truth is also likely to thank you if you're straight with them rather than letting it hurt their feelings. If someone's core belief is to always be forthright and transparent with people, they will usually be attracted to people of the same personality type. If they make a point of criticizing other people's dishonesty, it's likely that's something that they really hold as an important value in their life. A truthful person has a strong belief system. Their beliefs as well as values are basically unwavering. They are also usually quite open and will often share what is on their minds. This can be seen as both a positive and negative depending if their values match your own. However, most people usually do see the value in someone who has a strong and consistent belief system as long as they are open and clear early on in what those beliefs are. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of the traits of honest people and much more. Check out this playlist of my top 10 videos of psychology tips and I'll see you in the next video. Take care!